Follow and subscribe Stenolab India for correct pronunciation, accurate speed and clear voice. Legal dictation. Exercise number 4. Speed 100 words per minute. Get ready for the dictation. Start. In the realm of tort law, liability is a central issue that determines the extent to which a party is responsible for damages resulting from wrongful conduct. The primary categories of torts include intentional torts, negligence, and strict liability. Each of these legal theories establishes the framework through which courts assess liability and award remedies to aggrieved parties. Intentional torts arise when a defendant acts with purpose or substantial certainty that their actions will cause harm. Common intentional torts include assault, battery, false imprisonment, defamation, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. In cases of defamation, a plaintiff must establish that the defendant published a false statement of fact, causing reputational harm. Distinctions exist between libel, which pertains to written defamatory statements, and slander, which involves oral communications. Negligence, by contrast, is predicated on the failure to exercise reasonable care, resulting in harm to another. To establish negligence, a plaintiff must prove 4 essential elements: duty, breach, causation, and damages. The duty of care is an obligation imposed by law, requiring individuals to act in a manner that avoids foreseeable harm to others. A breach occurs when a defendant fails to uphold this standard, either through action or omission. Causation must then be demonstrated, showing that the breach directly resulted in the plaintiff's injuries, often analyzed under the concepts of actual cause, but for causation, and proximate cause, foreseeability. The final element, damages, requires the plaintiff to prove that they suffered actual harm, whether economic or non-economic. Strict liability, a separate doctrine, imposes liability without a showing of fault. This doctrine is most commonly applied in cases involving abnormally dangerous activities, defective products, and ownership of wild animals. Under product liability law, a manufacturer may be held strictly liable if a product is defectively designed, defectively manufactured, or lacks adequate warnings, leading to consumer harm. Unlike negligence, strict liability focuses on the nature of the harm rather than the defendant's level of care. The defenses available to a defendant depend on the type of tort alleged. In negligence cases, comparative negligence and contributory negligence may reduce or bar recovery if the plaintiff is found to have contributed to their own harm. Assumption of risk is another defense, asserting that the plaintiff voluntarily accepted known dangers. For intentional torts, consent, self-defense, and necessity may serve as valid justifications, negating liability. When a plaintiff prevails in a tort action, the court may award compensatory damages, which include economic losses such as medical expenses and lost wages, as well as non-economic damages like pain and suffering. In certain cases, punitive damages may be imposed to punish egregious misconduct and deter similar future conduct. Equitable remedies, such as injunctive relief, may also be available, particularly in cases involving ongoing harm. Ultimately, tort law serves to balance the interests of individuals and society by holding wrongdoers accountable while ensuring fair compensation for victims. The evolution of tort principles continues to reflect the shifting dynamics of public policy and judicial interpretation, reinforcing the importance of legal redress in maintaining justice and social order. Stop. Thank you.